On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, as the 2019 regular season starts speeding toward a conclusion, not too many games remain to be played here in Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Oakland Raiders. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks? In our final month, we're underway in Week 14. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and he brings it back to right around the... ...26-yard line.
Intercepted. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Now the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Throwing his car. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game.
Remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
Well, look at the numbers for Coleman in last week's game. 10 carries, 72 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
From the 31, Kaiser. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47.
Check 26, check 26. Check 3.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Kaiser. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and some way they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Darren Waller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. To throw on 2nd and 6. Kaiser escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one, because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, you know, maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Carr. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Here we go again.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the corner, the sack by E.J. Gaines. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. This is Coleman. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman, and they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll try to throw here. Kaiser steps away to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brian Burns. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw is Kaiser. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Kaiser, he'll take a shot for the end zone. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Mecole Hardman with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. Interesting stat line right now. Technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going through the wrong reads, the wrong progressions? Is he getting fooled by defenses? They've got to figure that out over on the sidelines, working on that Surface Pro to see what they see.
Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. On second down, here's Barkley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Well, another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that?
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. He was looking for Edelman there. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
On first down, Coleman working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And the return will stop right around the 25.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. He struggled. His team has struggled. You talked to me a lot about looking to your leaders. Maybe it's time for him to put his mark on this game.
Agreed. And how that has to happen is somehow he's got to flush out everything that's happened so far and almost start over and get back to that confident level and know that he can play the game, because so far this has been a real struggle.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got the interceptions, trying to turn it around. Throwing again on second down. Carr. And he finds Howard complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Right here.
First and 10 at the 37.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Carr. Got Gordon open, completes it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Saquon Barkley. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Saquon Barkley. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
They're going to get 9 here on 1st down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. To throw, Kaiser. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football. I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A first update now out of Jacksonville. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. Cam Newton leading the charge offensively. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
He's checking. Crap. Check. Go. Motion.
Kaiser to throw it. And going deep for Hill. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl.
And he can't get away. Carr is going to go down, and that is a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
On 1st and 10, Kaiser nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's 2nd down.
Mike's 59. 59. It's just me and you.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Kaiser going deep for Hill. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought X. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Watch out for Hill on the return.
We play to win.
So we've reached, there you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Derek Carr. He is the focus of our player. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Shotgun now for Carr. And Pascal's got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a big 32-yard play on third.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Carr completes it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. A first down carry for Barkley. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Looking to throw on second down. Carr, that's caught by Howard. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Carr. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing on second down, Kaiser. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Nicole Hardman, the intended target. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Pressure can come from all over. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. Line motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together. What's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to. Kaiser now to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Coleman.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. Kaiser now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On the carry, it's Wilkins. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Coleman now. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Kaiser. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as he... His guys will get the football back. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Carr now on first down. That's into the hands of Pascal. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On second down, it's Coleman. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good game, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's hit, boy.
Here's Kaiser. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Kaiser, show him what he can do with his legs. It's more than just the arm. He scrambles and picks up the first. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
Let's go, baby.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Like 56. 56. Let's go. 56. 56 is the mark.
They'll throw here. Kaiser. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
And I don't think Edelman will be able to get to this one. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close,
pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 15. Carr going to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Hill on the return. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
56 is the mic. Let's go, Titans.
They will run again with Coleman. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for, because they'll need to continue to rely on them to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Flush to his right, and now he's going to use his legs. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Coleman. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Here's Coleman. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a Tennessee score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, Just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
On second down, Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Throwing now is Carr. He's going to let it fly. That one will be incomplete. He caught it, but could not stay in bounds for the long connection. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Throwing again. Carr caught here by Griffin. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Carr signaling to his guys, let's go here. The open man is Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. It's picked up by the Titans. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Deuce. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Undercrush.
Kaiser now after the fumble recovery. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Check hot route. Hot. Shift. Hey, alert 3. Check 99.
And they're throwing here. Kaiser shakes off the sack. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
3rd and long for Kaiser. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for the Titans, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they